What if I told you that you could literally start rewiring your brain for success in just 10 seconds? Seriously, imagine having a little switch in your mind that can instantly make you see opportunities where, just a minute ago, you only saw problems. Okay, let's get into how this actually works. So, right off the bat, here's the big question. Can you really do this? I mean, is it actually possible to change your brain's wiring in less time than it takes to check a text message? And the answer, pretty amazingly, from the world of neuroscience, is a huge yes. It's a technique called a pattern interrupt, and you can think of it like a little jolt to your system, one that breaks you out of that mental autopilot we all get stuck on. It works by kind of sneaking past the mental habits and filters that normally keep you locked into the same old ways of thinking. Now, to really get how powerful this is, we first have to talk about a cycle that, many of us know way too well. I call it the endless loop of trying. You've probably been here, right? You make the vision board, you say the affirmations in the mirror, but at the end of the day, you feel like you're just spinning your wheels. You wake up, you're tired, you grab your phone, and after a few minutes of scrolling through social media, that little flame of motivation you had is just, poof, gone. But here's the thing, your brain isn't broken. It's just stuck in a really draining loop. So why does this keep happening? Well, it all comes down to this really powerful and mostly unconscious system in your brain. Let's call it your brain's reality filter. Get this. This number is absolutely staggering when you stop to think about it. Your brain, right now, as you're listening to me, is actively deleting 99% of the reality around you. And it has to. I mean, can you imagine if you consciously processed every single little sight, sound, and feeling all at once? Your entire system would just crash. Now, the part of your brain that's in charge of all this is a little bundle of nerves called the Reticular Activating System, or just the RAS for short. And honestly, the best way to think of the RAS is like a personal bouncer for your brain. It stands at the velvet rope of your consciousness and decides which information gets in and which information has to wait outside. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Have you ever decided you wanted, say, a specific kind of red car? And then all of a sudden, you start seeing that exact red car everywhere you look? That's not magic. That's your RAS in action. You basically gave it a new instruction. You told it, hey, this is important now. And so your bouncers started letting all the red cars through the rope. And here's the crucial part. For most of us, our RAS is just running on its default factory settings. It's survival programming. It's constantly scanning for threats, looking for problems, and finding reasons to just stay safe and not rock the boat. But when you intentionally program it, you can shift its entire focus to look for opportunities, for goals, for solutions. You're basically handing your bouncer a new upgraded guest list. Okay, so if our RAS is our bouncer, how do we give it those new instructions? How do we hand it that new guest list? Well, this is where the 10-second brain hack comes in. It is the specific method for reprogramming that bouncer. And the timing here is incredibly specific. This isn't just some vague, think positive idea. The science behind this suggests that 10 seconds is the absolute sweet spot to create what's called a true neural lock-in. If you do it for any longer, you risk overthinking it and watering it down. Any less, and the new instruction just doesn't stick. Okay, let's break down the method. It's 5 simple but crucial steps. First, a crystal clear intention. You gotta know exactly what you want, no fuzzy goals. Second, 10 seconds of intense, uninterrupted focus. Shut everything else out. Third, you have to activate the emotion. You need to feel what it feels like to have already succeeded. This creates a dopamine anchor, linking the goal to a feeling of reward. Fourth, create a mental snapshot and see it in the first person through your own eyes, as if it's already happening. And fifth, and this is so important, you release it and you trust it. This signals to your subconscious mind that the outcome is already a done deal, so it can get to work making it happen. So that all sounds great, but does this actually work under, extreme pressure when everything is on the line? Oh yeah. Let's look at one of the greatest Olympians of all time. Picture this. It's the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Michael Phelps is in the pool, swimming his heart out for a gold medal, when disaster strikes. His goggles completely fill up with water. He couldn't see a thing. He was completely blind in the middle of an Olympic final. For literally any other athlete on the planet, this would be a catastrophe. The normal human response would be to panic, to lose your rhythm, to lose the entire race. But he didn't panic, not for a second. Why? because he had used this exact type of mental rehearsal over and over. In these little 10-second bursts, he had visualized this exact nightmare scenario happening. His brain had already lived through the problem and still found a way to succeed. So when it happened for real, his body just executed the pre-programmed plan.
And the result? I mean, it's just incredible. He didn't just manage to win. Swimming completely blind, he set a new world record. That right there is the power of paving your neural pathways before you ever need them.
Okay, so we've covered the science, we've seen the unbelievable proof. Now, let's actually put it into practice. It's your turn. And I'm serious, I want you to do a little mini version of this with me right here, right now. It's a super simple way to jolt your brain back online and take control. Okay, you ready? Let's do this together. First, just close your eyes. And I mean, really squeeze them shut for just a second. Good. Now, take a slow breath in for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it right there. 1, 2, 3. And now a long, slow exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you can open your eyes. So, what did you just do? You just performed a simple, powerful pattern interrupt. You broke that sort of screen stare fog, you jolted your system with a controlled breath, and you created a really brief but intense moment of internal focus. You just set a tiny little anchor. And that's really what this is all about. This isn't magical thinking. It's about control. It's the huge difference between being passively dragged around by your brain's old default settings and stepping up to become the active director of your own focus. So I'm gonna leave you with this question to think about. What is the one single, crystal clear intention that you are going to lock in using this method? Because just naming it, well, that's always the first step.